So here we are back with another video on my channel to talk about the federal government's illegal gangbanger gangs federally funded with our tax dollars. So now the Haitians are getting licenses. They can't even drive because they can't even speak English. They don't know the language. So they're banging cars up left and right, flipping cars at least once a week. You got Venezuelan posses out there running around taking over buildings, and now all of a sudden we got the liars in play and the federal government's puppets talking about that these buildings were actually being abandoned and everything else. Meanwhile, we as Americans are doing videos and making videos and posting them of these real things really happening around our country. Now, the left is going on this agenda and have been on this agenda that, when they first started bringing these people into the United States, they were saying that if we were to resist against that idea or say anything against it, the only reason we're saying that is because we're racist, right? But now we have the chaos erupting in our country left and right in all kind of different states, but it was all about racism, right? Not at all. In truth, this is what's really happening in our country right now. This is the federal government's military, okay, that they funded, that are pretty much can't be prosecuted, so they're protected by the federal government. If they get arrested, they immediately have to be released because they are not going to waste their soldiers that they have here, which I truly believe 100% they're here to fight with us, the American people. That's why they're here. And there is no doubt about that. They knew that they couldn't bring in the UN onto our soil. They knew they couldn't do it that way, and they figured it out. So basically what's happening in the UK right now is basically it's the beginning. We're in the beginning stages of the same process right here in America. This is why Kamala Harris is so bent already talking about censoring X, pretty much because your opinion shouldn't matter. And your opinion is hate speech, because hate speech in America now means that anything you say that goes against the elitist and their corrupt little soldiers in Washington, if you go against anything to have to do with their little globalist plan or their, New World Order, that means that you are speaking hatefully against everything else. So basically, common sense out the window, mind control is the play, and a lot of the sheeple are just flowing with it, clueless of what's happening. And a lot of the people on the left that are out here encouraging this and still flowing with it, no matter what they're seeing, even when they see that these things are truly happening, even in their own states, and they're turning a blind eye toward it, they just have this ostrich syndrome where they think they're just going to stick their head in the sand and one day it's all going to go away. Little do they know this is the beginning of the end of our country, and this is the plan, right? So basically what's going to happen now is, and what they're just going to keep moving them in state by state. Now, have you ever asked yourself and wondered how these people got here? I mean, I could understand Mexico's border with us and people, ran across, whatever, went through a field, whatever it takes. But these people are coming from a long ways away. How do you think they got here? Let me tell you how they got here. The elitists funded it. They have a lot of money. They already bought our corrupt government. So they tell the government, this is the boats we're going to send, this is the money we're going to spend, this is how we're going to fund this situation, and you are going to allow these people to come into your country because we got so much dirt on you that you cannot say no to us. And this is how this is all going down. So these are military people pretty much. This is why most of those people didn't come here with wives and children or none of that. Only military age men came through those borders and are here. Right? And so pretty much what they did is the elitists funded and the federal government used them to let them in. And basically, that's where we're at, right? So you figure in the UK, you even have these Muslims talking about that there is going to be Sharia law there and they're going to rule and that they're going to take over and that they're going to do it their way. No matter which way they go, they're going to do it their way. So basically, we're on the same situation and we're on the same path. And, there's no end in sight because the plan has been moving forward now for a little while and is moving forward. Okay. So now we as Americans are waiting to see what's going to happen in this election. And like I said, just by the polls alone that I see, we already know that Kamala Harris really ain't even close to Trump and should maybe be like at 25 compared to where he's at. But they're already putting the polls up no matter which news. Fox News, all of them are all the same because, again, like always, they're all owned by the same elitists and the puppet masters. So basically, they're already setting you up to believe that by watching it on TV every day, to see these phony polls on here all the time, they're going to try. They're not going to try. They're already working it. They're going to try to steal and take this election. They're going to do it. If by any chance we as a people, right, were to pull this off in voting, I don't know. That's going to be far-fetched, man. They got away with it one time. Why wouldn't they do it again? It's not that complicated for them, right? They've gotten too many fools involved in believing, their rhetoric and their lies and everything's about hate and this and this and that, but nothing has to do with reality because, So basically, these people have moved in an army, is what they've moved in. And eventually, they're going to activate that army. And you're going to see it happen right in front of our eyes. And we ain't got no way around that but to fight back. And it's going to happen because that was the plan from the beginning. So, these people have come here and they are fed by the corrupt federal government. They are taken care of, free medical, free everything, free housing, the whole bit. But we're not supposed to be upset about that. We're supposed to keep our mouth shut because that is what a good boy does. Keep your mouth shut and do as I say. No. Nah, not really. But anyway, that is what they think is going to happen and how easy it's going to happen here. And it's just going to flow like nothing, like flawless plan for them. So now we're going to switch subjects real quick and we're going to talk about, here we go. So now another bioweapon released, the monkeypox. They already got, billions and billions of dollars to make. So the vaccines are ready to go, ready to shoot you up. No problem. As if the first ones and the tragedy from that didn't exist. Most people are fools and they're definitely going to go for it. And they're going to take another shot. And God knows what the hell's going to happen to them this time around. Right? So, they're back with that. So I'm pretty sure that that's going to be loaded up pretty soon, right before the election. I'm pretty sure that either that is going to be what's going to disrupt the election and takes people's attention off of the election because they always need a distraction. The elitists and the corrupt federal government that are owned by the elitists in Washington. I mean, because any person, any American that believes right now that Washington is a government of the people is out of their mind. They're not even realistic. They're not even living in the real world. You know what I mean? This is like a mob now, like a mafia. You could just forget about all that. This is not even real anymore. We're just watching the puppets play the game. You know what I mean? But these people actually have this whole idea. And so they're either going to use the next pandemic and they're going to flood the TV systems and all the news and everything you see with monkeypox. Keep your mind focused on that. Or a big issue is going to break out with civil unrest in the United States. But there's there's going to be a war overseas that's going to be triggered. But one of the three, it has to be something big because when they want to distract the American people, they always come in with something major, something big. So this time, you know how like Fauci said that during the presidency of Trump there was going to be a serious pandemic, but I guess he's a future, He's a new Mastradamus, and he knew exactly when that was going to happen and when that problem was going to occur and when that pandemic was going to hit. But we're supposed to be stupid, and we're not supposed to notice these things that he predicted exactly. Well, you know what? If I was going to release a bioweapon and I knew exactly when I was going to release it, I know the date and time too, huh? So anyway, getting past the common sense shit that we already know, and it's pretty simple-minded bullshit that, they think everybody's an idiot. Little do they know that it's only a small group of number that, like the leftists, that they are totally convinced of listening to everything because they can't think for themselves. But most of us can. And most of us know what's happening. Most of us see it. Most of us know. And I think that the biggest mistake that the corruption in Washington and the elitists, right, is that they believe that they're just going to plow through America easily. No. But left to be seen. We'll see how far they'll push that. But anyway, the bottom line is, this is, we're definitely on the verge of something big coming down. One of those three things, I believe, in my opinion, is going to be one of the three. It's what's going to happen. They're already charged up and got millions of vials and ready to go with the next shots to terminate how many others they can terminate under the name of fear. The war, fear, everything's about fear. You know what I mean? Because that's the only tool they have, But always keep in mind as Americans that our true enemy is the elitist, the globalist. There is no other enemy to the world. And not only are they a threat to the United States and have been, but they're a threat to the world. They're a threat to humanity. They're a threat to everything that lives. Okay? And mind you that we're talking about 1% of the population trying to control 8 billion people. Isn't that something? Imagine the mind game and the strategy that they've used to actually convince people that, that whatever they say is the truth and we should, bow down to that. Unbelievable for people that ignorant to think that, But like I told you before, these people that, these elitists that are supposedly so intelligent, because they got money, they think they're really smart like that. But think about this. They're going to keep on and pushing the envelope. And like I said, they're going to push on. But if in the end they do push the world into a nuclear war, they're going to go hide underground and they're never going to come out of there. They're never going to come out of there. These are the smart people that are going to bury themselves alive. They ain't never going to be able to clean the air and the damage that are massive amounts of nukes going off all around the world. They're going to live there. So they've pretty much made their plan where they're so intelligent that their idea of being smart is to live under the ground for the rest of their existence. These are the smart people that you listen to every day. What a joke, man. But anyway, I just, like I said, I think that, they're going to come in with something really big. It's definitely, in my opinion, it's going to be one of the three. But there's definitely going to be a massive distraction right away. And I'm just talking to most patriots and everyone else out there that has sense and everything. Keep your eye on the ball. Don't let the distraction play you. Never mind the news. Never mind that. Let's keep an eye on what it is that they're going to do. And let's keep an eye on the focus on the election. Focus on what's going on with that. And never mind the distraction. The distraction and the smoke screen, that ain't going to work. That's just a dead issue with us. But, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out because it's definitely coming. They're going to do something big again, and it's them, The federal government will be part of it as usual, and the elitists are the ones that fund all these things, and this is how it works. And it's been working that way. They've destroyed the whole world this way. They bought every politician in every other country. Why wouldn't they want to buy this one? Look at Canada. Look at that guy. Trudeau's been bought for a long time. He sold his whole countrymen, and everything else. So our mankind is mankind. It doesn't matter whether a man lives in the United States or wherever they live. Men are men, right? And mankind will forever, most of them have a price, Some of them believe that, they'll sell their mother for $5. I mean, look at these politicians. They're willing to risk a nuclear war and everything so that they can go hide underground and leave their mothers and kids and everything else to die out here, man. These people are sick people. These people are not even real humans. These people for money will do anything and whatever it takes for $1. They'll even kill their own. These people are savages. They're animals. They're not even human. That's why they do what they do. And that's why they're able to achieve the money that they have, because most of these people, these globalists and all that, they're just monsters. These people ain't human like us. They don't even like us. They wish that they could just they could kill us all and just be them. Even if it's only 1,000 of them. They rather live like that because they really believe their own crap. You know? These are the supposedly the people that have eternal life. Oh, they're going to have eternal life, all right. But it ain't going to be like they think. But anyway, hopefully things go our way, and hopefully we do get Trump in there. And, they're trying really hard. They're trying really hard. But let's keep up the fight. Keep our eye on the ball, Patriots. Because something's going to happen, and we know it. God bless America. God bless you, Patriots.